The new mid-set expansion Glitched Out is almost here, which means it's time for another update for our beloved Tome of Traits. But just before we get started, I'm willing to bet that you can't subscribe to this channel before my opponent surrenders to my mecha behemoth Alistar. Are you ready? Go! Beautiful! Oh, there's a Nyla. What are we gonna do about the Nyla? I think we're gonna one-shot her. Okay, next up. There's a Lee Sin. Okay, let's one-shot the Lee Sin. And hey, even if you didn't make it, I still appreciate your support. Let's get started. Just as a refresher, the Tome is a consumable that takes up a slot on your bench, and when you sell it, it will open up an armory, allowing you to make a choice between 4 different emblems. These emblems will add an additional trait to your unit, but they vary a lot in power. Some of them are utterly worthless, while others can be considered game-breaking. Knowing which emblems to aim for and how to get them is a crucial mechanic to find success in Ranked, especially since Riot added bonus gold to the Ancient Archives augments, making them much more appealing. Right now, there are multiple ways to get your hands on a Tome, either from an augment, a gold orb, an underground heist, or the newly added glitched carousels. This means you will get confronted with a Tome sooner than later. So it's important to understand the core mechanics behind them. The amount of traits you play can increase the amount of tailored emblems you receive. Tailored in this context means that the Tome will select one of your traits you placed on your board instead of selecting it randomly. After completing either a PvE or a PvP fight, the game will remember all of the traits that you played in that round. It does not matter if the traits were activated or not. Everything that is listed on the left side of your screen will be taken into consideration. The rules for you to remember are quite simple. Once you reach 6 traits, you receive 1 tailored emblem. 8 traits will give you 2, 10 traits will give you 3, and 12 or more traits will give you the maximum of 4. For you as a player, there are 2 plays you can make to influence the outcomes you're looking for. The first one is the obvious one. Simply put the units on your board that have the traits that you want, remove the ones you're looking to avoid, all while making sure that you reach the aforementioned thresholds. The second one is probably the reason why you're watching this video, because it is about playing traits that don't have an emblem. These are the most valuable traits that you have at your disposal, since they allow you to reach specific thresholds for more tailored emblems while not contesting the emblems you're looking for. In set 8 so far, manipulating the Tome was a bit rough, but with the mid set, this is about to change. Here we have the newly added quick draw and parallel traits, which are both conveniently placed on the underground Ezreal. This makes Ezreal an absolute must include unit on your board if you want to influence the Tome in your favor. Outside of these 2 traits, we obviously still have supers and threats, which means we now have an access to a total of 4 traits that cannot get an emblem, but they will count towards the threshold for tailored emblems. For completion's sake, I should also mention the legendary traits like Corrupted from Fiddlesticks or Forecaster from Jenna. But Tome manipulation tends to happen early in the game, way before any legendary units would ever show up. So let's take a look at some examples to get a better understanding on how this works in the game. Here we can see 3 units on my board: Morgana, Gangplank and Ezreal. These 3 units will add up to a total of 6 traits with Threat, Supers, Parallel, Quick Draw, Duelist and Underground. This means we've reached the first threshold, so we will receive 1 tailored emblem. However, since we are running 4 traits that cannot roll for an emblem, in reality we now have a 50% chance to receive either an Underground or a Duelist emblem. If we add a unit like Poppy, then we reach the next thresholds of 8 traits, which gives us a second tailored emblem. Now we will receive 2 out of 4 emblems from Underground, Duelist, Defender or Gadgettine. In this example, I received Gadgettine and Duelist as the tailored emblems, with Ace and Infiniteam as random outcomes. In my next example, I'm running 5 units with Vex, Ezreal, Gangplank, Rammus and Ashe, giving me a total of 10 traits, and this should guarantee 3 tailored emblems. Once the next round has started, I can sell the Tome, and I ended up being able to choose between Mascot, Duelist and a Riftwalker emblem. These examples also showcase the order of tailored emblems if you're curious about them. The first tailored emblem is on the very left, The second tailored emblem is on the second to the left, the third one is on the very right, and the last one is on the second to the right. Now it is a bit weird that it simply doesn't go from left to right, but hey, currently this is the order and this is always consistent. So if you ended up receiving more tailored emblems than your setup was supposed to give you, then you just ended up getting lucky and one of your randomized rolls happened to coincide with the trade you were running. I believe this is everything I wanted to share, and you should now be fully prepared to get amazing outcomes with the Tome of Trades in the upcoming set. I hope you learned something, and see you next time.